This issue affects every American, every Canadian. I don't think anybody who will watch this has not been affected by this issue. But we're all in this thing together. From an impact perspective, where we bring our employers and the ironworkers together, if they need a special program, could a grant be approached?
Absolutely. So an impact grant through your REB, get a hold of your regional director, get a hold of your labor co-chair and say, hey, look, we need to do something here, bring in a third party to educate. So yes, we have seen these situations where a third party, an impact grant is implemented, and they bring in that professional to talk to all your apprentices or a group of apprentices, or invite them to a union meeting. And have that provider come in through an impact grant and say, hey, look, here's the situation. We want to educate you so we're being proactive, not reactive to what's going on with the opioid epidemic.
Impact, as everybody knows, offers a drug-free workforce program, a drug testing system. What would you say to the employers out there that don't utilize it?
I'd say you're risking lawsuits, first of all. If I'm an iron worker and I'm injured by someone on the job site, whether he's another iron worker or somebody else, and I'm clean, I'm drug tested, and someone else injures me, and you had a responsibility to drug test the people coming onto your work site and you didn't, I think you're opening yourself up for some liability. And again, no contractor wants to go through the liability part, but we see different contractors handling the impact drug testing different ways.
Right.
And
well, we don't want to be the drug testing police. I think your message here is the most salient message: is get out in front of it, educate both your contractor and your iron worker personnel, and make sure that this never even becomes an issue.
Yeah, we'd be kidding ourselves if it's never going to be an issue, but I'm passionate about making sure that everybody's educated, from our coordinators to the business managers to the agents to the officers of the local to all our contractors. Let's get ahead of this a little better than we have been in the past, and let's see what our policies are on this addiction, whether it's alcohol abuse, opioid addictions, depression. Let's reach out to our brothers and sisters out there who are struggling with these dependencies and see if we can do a better job of early education. I think is going to help. The stretch and flex can help out on maybe cutting it down, even if it's a quarter or an eighth of the injuries, by stretching prior to going to work. There's a lot of safety practices that our contractors have, how to lift something. Don't be quick to, bull something up instead of when you can use a choker or you can use power equipment to rig something. So the safer we work, the smarter we work, I think that's all going to tie in with lessening injuries. And when we reduce the amount of injuries on a work site, we're reducing the exposure to someone being prescribed a painkiller.
Absolutely, and we certainly look better in the industry. I couldn't have said those words better myself. So thank you very much for your time and attention to such an incredibly important topic. And thank you for tuning in to another edition of Impact TV.